Once upon a time, every storybook character you've ever known
You're too late.
lived in an enchanted world where magic
Found me.
was a way of life.
I will always find you.
But in this land, magic always comes with a price.
Sorry I'm late.
An evil queen, blinded by vengeance,
I shall destroy your happiness if it is the last thing I do.
unleashed a powerful curse.
The curse! It's here!
And banished every storybook character
Where are we going? Somewhere horrible.
to a place where all their lives and memories
My God's boy!
were stolen.
No more happy endings.
This place is our world. And every soul is trapped
They don't remember who they are.
in the town of Storybrooke, Maine,
They can't leave Storybook. Something bad will happen.
where the evil queen makes all the rules.
You don't belong together.
And only one person
Are you Emma Swan?
Yeah.
I'm your son.
can break the spell.
Every story actually happened.
Can't really believe that's true.
You have to open your mind.
You're changing things. You're weakening the curse.
I will fight us! Stop!
Do you believe now?
And you, Snow White, promise to take this man to be your husband.
Our story begins on a joyous day in the Enchanted Kingdom
I do.
and the long-awaited wedding of Snow White and Prince Charming, where, unfortunately, there was an uninvited guest who was in no mood to celebrate.
I shall destroy your happiness if it is the last thing I do.
Hey!
Snow White and Prince Charming made a life together. But with a baby on the way, the Queen's threat became a greater concern.
You have no idea of what she's capable of.
What can I do to ease your mind?
Let me talk to him.
He was Rumpelstiltskin. At one time, he possessed great magical power, but used it for evil.
The Queen has created a powerful curse, and it's coming. That little thing growing inside your belly is our only hope. Get the child to safety, and on its 28th birthday, the child will find you. And the final battle will begin.
Heard enough, we're leaving.
Missy! What's her name?
Emma.
Eva.
Few knew that it was Rumpelstiltskin who created the curse for the Queen. And once released, it would be unstoppable. All hope rested in Snow White and her unborn child's safe escape to a faraway land. So to provide safe passage, Geppetto crafted a magic wardrobe from an enchanted tree.
I don't want to do this.
But Snow White was reluctant to leave.
It's the only way to be safe from the curse. I have faith. What is it?
Baby. She's coming.
Snow's child had arrived early, but only one could pass through Geppetto's wardrobe, so baby Emma would have to journey alone. And after her 28th birthday, Emma would be the only one who could save them from the curse. The prince fought the Queen's men, risking his life to get Emma to the wardrobe. She made it through safely, but Snow was devastated.
Oh, don't worry, dear. In a few moments, you won't remember you knew him, let alone loved him.
Where are we going?
A place where the only happy ending
will be mine.
Emma Swan was a loner who grew up in an orphanage. She worked as a bail bondsperson in Boston and was quite skilled. But it was a thankless job. And when her 28th birthday arrived, she spent the night alone.
Another banner year.
Until a surprise guest would change her life forever.
Are you Emma Swan?
Who are you?
My name's Henry. I'm your son.
Henry? What did I tell you?
Henry was just a baby when Emma gave him up for adoption. His adoptive mother was Regina Mills, the mayor of Storybrooke, Maine.
Do not leave your shoes lying around on the stairs.
And yes, the evil queen.
Someone could get hurt.
Henry and Regina had a difficult relationship. He found escape in a book about a world of fairy tale characters, and the one person who could save them, his birth mother, Emma.
Every story in this book actually happened.
Of course it did.
Emma wanted only to get Henry home and get back to her life.
An evil queen sent a bunch of fairy tale characters here. That's what you're going with?
It's true.
Then why does everybody just leave?
They can't. If they try, bad things happen.
I'm sure your parents are worried sick about you.
I don't have parents. Just a mom, and she's evil.
Kid, I'm sure that's not true.
Henry?
Henry. Oh, where have you been?
I found my real mom.
How would you like a glass of the best apple cider you ever tasted? What'd you find out about her?
There wasn't much.
You found nothing of value. Do you know what I do with things that hold no value to me? I throw them away.
I'll keep looking.
As mayor, Regina was ruthless. She had full memory of the curse and her life as the queen.
Yes.
But long ago in the Enchanted Kingdom, young Regina was not always evil. She had a passion for horses. She loved her father.
That's beautiful, sweetheart.
Thank you, Daddy.
Beautiful? You ride like a man.
Her mother was a different story.
Who's going to want to marry you when you behave like a commoner?
Cora was strict
No, this won't do.
What are you doing?
and used magic whenever it served her. Regina's heart belonged to their stable boy, Daniel.
Tell her. She'll get over it. What can she do?
Shh, someone's here.
Somebody help me! Come on, boys! Give me your hand! You saved my life. Thank you.
Regina.
I'm Snow. Snow White.
Snow White was the daughter of King Leopold, who was more than grateful to Regina.
Will you marry me, Regina?
Everyone was thrilled,
Yes.
except Regina.
Daniel?
So she and Daniel planned to escape.
What are you doing with him?
Snow, I can explain.
Young Snow was confused until Regina trusted her with the story of her secret love.
You can never tell my mother.
I promise.
But no one and no secret were safe from Cora.
She doesn't love my father. She loves someone else.
Let's go.
And she put an end to the romance.
You could have at least left a note.
Mother! No! No!
Regina was inconsolable and would never forgive Snow White.
I should have let her die on that horse.
As we build our birdhouses, remember, what you're making is a home.
In Storybrooke, Snow White was Mary Margaret Blanchard, a grade school teacher.
We'll pick this up after recess. No running!
She shared a special bond with Henry, which caused friction with Regina.
What in the hell is this book I keep hearing about?
Just some old stories I gave him. He needed it.
What he needs is a dose of reality. This is a waste of time. Have a nice trip back to Boston.
Henry's efforts finally brought mother and daughter together again, though neither knew their true identities.
Look, I gave the book to him because I wanted Henry to have the most important thing anyone can have. Hope.
And all of Henry's hope rested on Emma.
I was hoping that when I brought you back, things would change here. That the final battle would begin.
I'm not fighting any battles, kid.
It's okay. I know you gave me away. You wanted to give me my best chance.
As Henry and Emma connected, Regina felt threatened.
I suggest you leave this town, because if you don't, I will destroy you if it is the last thing I do.
Despite Regina's warning, Emma decided to stay to ensure that Henry would be okay.
I'd like a room. What's the name? Swan. Emma Swan.
Emma. What a lovely name.
Thanks.
You enjoy your stay, Emma.
Welcome to Storybrooke.
Emma made herself at home in Storybrooke.
Thank you.
She made new friends.
Hey.
And impressed the sheriff so much that he offered her a job as his deputy.
If you really want to be a part of this community, you have to make it official.
Despite Regina's watchful eye, she spent time with Henry, who believed Emma was destined to save everyone in Storybrooke.
I knew you'd believe me. I never said I did. Why else would you be here?
Emma had a special connection with Mary Margaret.
Does the mayor know you're still here?
What is her deal?
She inspires quite a bit of fear. I'm afraid I only made that worse by giving Henry that book. Now he thinks she's the evil queen.
Who does he think you are?
Snow White.
Long ago, King Leopold married Regina, but his daughter Snow remained the apple of his eye.
Truly the fairest in all the land.
Which didn't sit well with the new queen, so she arranged for the king to be murdered. Snow White mourned her father's death.
Goodbye, Father.
And had no idea her stepmother was responsible.
One down, one to go.
And the queen turned her full attention to exacting revenge on Snow.
What did she do to you?
I shared a secret with her, and she couldn't keep it.
So she enlisted the huntsman to kill Snow White. But he felt compassion for Snow and let her escape.
Run!
Snow had no choice but to live on the run, though she forged lifelong friendships along the way.
Everyone calls me Red. Come on.
In Storybrooke, Henry took a strong interest in an unknown man lying in a coma.
Henry, we could really use your help with the decorations.
You sure you don't know him?
Of course I'm sure. Come on.
I found your father, Prince Charming.
Henry.
The curse is keeping them apart with the coma.
To satisfy Henry, Mary Margaret read to the man from the Book of Fairy Tales.
No matter how they were separated.
And true love was awakened. James was a poor farm boy whose twin brother was destined to be a prince. But when the prince-to-be met his early demise, James reluctantly took his brother's place. And to prove his worth, he slayed a dragon. James so impressed Midas that the king offered his daughter in marriage.
King Midas, I am humbled, but I can't honestly say
My
I'm...
son, always so humble. If you say anything but yes, you will be responsible for the destruction of our kingdom.
And so James made the best of a difficult situation.
Now what?
But destiny was about to intervene. Snow White had taken up a life of crime, hoping to amass enough fortune to leave the kingdom.
You're a girl.
Woman.
You can't hide from me! Wherever you are, I will find you!
Snow had robbed James of his mother's wedding ring, and he was determined to get it back.
Is this the only way you can catch a woman?
It's the only way to catch thieving scum.
Aren't you a real Prince Charming?
I have a name, you know.
Don't care. Charming suits you.
Snow had already sold the jewels to a band of nasty trolls. So she and the prince joined forces to get them back.
You can't get married without this.
The mission was over.
If you need anything,
You'll find me.
always.
But this was just the beginning.
I almost believe that.
Yes?
It's Dr. Whale. He told me to call you if there's ever a change in that John Doe. One of our volunteers said he grabbed her.
And who was this volunteer?
Mary Margaret Blanchard.
The unknown patient was finally awake.
David?
His name was David Nolan, and he was married to a woman named Catherine, though the two had been estranged.
Don't believe them. Henry. You belong together.
I'm trying to remember this place.
Even with no memory of his past, David felt drawn to Mary Margaret.
Actually, one thing does feel real. You.
What?
I know it's crazy, but I swear you're the only thing in this whole place that feels right.
Henry! See you tomorrow.
With each passing day, Emma's bond with Henry grew stronger, just as her rivalry with Regina intensified.
The truth is, you are a thug that doesn't care about anyone or anything but yourself.
Emma had also become close with Sheriff Graham, and that connection awakened him to a world far beyond the here and now. But the sheriff and Regina were having an affair.
Go back to sleep, Graham. It was only a dream.
It felt like a memory.
And the mayor suspected Emma's influence on Graham was a serious threat to the curse.
You're putting thoughts in his head. Thoughts that are not in his best interests. Stay away.
When the huntsman had failed to kill Snow White,
What did you do?
the queen was not amused.
She doesn't deserve to die.
That's not up to you. Guards! Your life is now in my hands. Forever.
Though the curse had banished everyone to Storybrooke.
I remember.
Regina kept a few of her royal possessions, and she ensured the curse would remain alive and well. Magic always comes with a price. Just ask Cinderella, who gave up her firstborn to become a princess.
Did you get everything you desired?
But no one knows more about the price of magic than the dark wizard himself, Rumpelstiltskin.
All magic comes with a price.
It's all here.
Yes, of course it is, dear. Thank you.
In our world, Rumpelstiltskin is known as Mr. Gold, and he owns most of Storybrooke. He's shrewd, callous, and as Regina discovered, he too remembers their previous world.
Tell me your name.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Rumpelstiltskin was a modest man. He spun wool and looked after his son Balefire.
Quick, hide.
But in the kingdom, he was regarded as a coward for running away from the war.
What do you want?
Kiss my boot.
One night, an old beggar told Rumpelstiltskin that if he stole the Duke's dagger, he could control the Dark One and use his power for good.
I summon thee.
But instead, Rumpelstiltskin stabbed him and transformed into the Dark One himself.
Kiss my boot.
No, Papa!
From that day forward, Rumpelstiltskin abused his magical powers, casting harmful spells and sending fear throughout the kingdom.
I can conjure anything you desire.
I want my father.
All I want is your happiness, Bay.
And so Bay found a way to another world, free from magic.
We have to go! No! Papa!
I can't!
Papa, please! It's the only way we can be together! Papa!
But Rumpelstiltskin was afraid to lose his magical power.
Bye.
And he lost his beloved son.
Bye!
Did you want her to come to town? Who is this Emma Swan?
I think you know exactly who she is.
In Storybrooke, Mr. Gold and Regina were rivals, entrenched in a battle for power that spanned both time and space.
What do you want?
In this new land, I want comfort. I want a good life.
Fine. Deal.
And both understood the significance of Emma's arrival.
Two people with a common goal can accomplish many things. Two people with a common enemy can accomplish even more.
So when Emma ran for sheriff, Gold helped her cause.
Congratulations, Sheriff Swan.
Hey, it's me, Red. The spear, Snow.
After meeting Prince Charming for the first time,
How are things back in the world?
Snow White couldn't get him out of her head.
The wedding's happening. Prince James is marrying Midas's daughter.
So Red led Snow to Rumpelstiltskin.
What ails you, John?
A broken heart?
He gave Snow a potion which would make her forget all about Prince Charming for a small price.
What do you need of my hair?
What do you need of it now? It's been plucked from your head. Do we have a deal?
As it turned out,
No!
the wedding was off.
Your Prince Charming isn't getting married.
But it was too late.
Who?
Snow drank the potion and forgot all about her prince. To make matters worse, there were side effects.
Snow? What are you doing?
Getting rid of the vermin in this house.
The potion you gave Snow. It changed her. She's not the same.
Well, of course it changed her. It took away her love. Love is the most powerful magic of all. If you can bottle love, you can do anything. But you don't care about that, do ya? What is it you really want?
To kill the queen.
Now we're talking, dearie.
Charming learned of Snow's plan.
What did you do to her?
And Rumpelstiltskin was willing to help for a price.
Your cloak.
Where is she?
This is the route she's taking. But you better be quick.
Charming reached Snow just in the nick of time. True love broke the spell.
Charming.
But Rumpelstiltskin found a way to bottle the same true love. Using Snow and Charming's hair, he created the most powerful magic of all.
David?
In Storybrooke, David and Mary Margaret felt destiny drawing them together.
What are you doing here?
Well, I'm trying not to see you.
Well, I am trying not to see you.
But Regina was on to them, and to preserve the curse, she was determined to keep them apart. Gold owed Regina a favor, so he shared some advice.
If something tragic were to happen to David's wife, and if Mary Margaret should take the blame,
She'd be ruined.
then you'd have your victory.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
David and Catherine decided to end their marriage. But when Catherine's car was found on the side of the road, Emma launched an investigation.
Registered to Catherine Nolan.
And with Ruby's help, they made a shocking discovery. A human heart that matched Catherine's DNA.
Is that what I think it is?
All of the clues pointed to one suspect.
There were fingerprints inside the lid of the box. They were Mary Margaret's.
The tale is timeless.
Having a bad day.
The classic story of good versus evil.
I want to enjoy this while I can.
Enjoy what?
Justice.
Watching an innocent suffer?
You've always seen yourself that way, haven't you?
I am innocent.
I know. But you do deserve this.
Mary Margaret didn't remember her life as Snow White. When she and Charming were hunted by the Queen.
Leave her alone and take my life instead.
Oh, who said anything about taking her life? I have a far more satisfying brand of punishment for her. If you refuse the apple, your prince, your charming, will be killed.
Then congratulations.
You've won.
So you think someone's setting her up?
It's the only thing that makes sense.
In Storybrooke, evidence mounted against Mary Margaret.
Did you find something?
And although she had a job to do, Emma believed in her friend.
Mary Margaret.
But others weren't as certain.
The weapon was found in your apartment.
You actually think I am capable of that kind of evil? Get out.
A conviction appeared imminent.
Ruby! She's in the alley!
Until Ruby made yet another discovery.
Catherine.
It was certainly cause for celebration.
We're so glad you didn't kill Mrs. Nolan.
It's from the whole class.
Thank you.
Mary Margaret was anxious to get back to her life.
Mary Margaret.
But she couldn't see David in her future.
You know, I will never forget that moment. The moment the one person you thought would always be there to catch you. He isn't there.
But I love you.
And that is what makes it all so sad.
You broke our deal.
Regina sensed Gold was up to something.
You and I, we've been in this together from the start.
Oh, have we?
You created the curse that brought us here and built all this.
Yes, with time you said thank you.
Why did you do it?
Well, you're a smart woman, Your Majesty. Figure it out.
Long ago, in the depths of war, Sir Maurice's army was desperate.
You sent me a message. Help! We're dying. Can you save us? Well, the answer is yes.
Of course, Rumpelstiltskin had terms to meet.
My price is her.
Belle was young and beautiful, and to save her family, she agreed to be Rumpelstiltskin's servant.
You will dust my collection and launder my clothing.
Yes.
You will fetch me fresh straw when I'm spinning at the wheel.
Got it.
And you will skin the children I hunt for their pelts. That one was a quip.
I'm so sorry, but it is chipped.
Oh, it's just a cow.
Slowly, Belle began to win him over.
What are you doing?
Opening these. It's almost spring. We should let some light in.
It was the one time he let himself be vulnerable, giving the Queen a weakness to exploit.
Sounds like a curse to me. And all curses can be broken. A kiss born of true love would do it.
A kiss is enough. He'd be a man again.
An ordinary man.
Belle's intentions were pure.
Kiss me again. It's working. Any curse can be broken.
Who told you that? Who knows that?
Rumpelstiltskin was furious, and he threw Belle out of his house.
You're a coward, Rumpelstiltskin. You could have had happiness if you just believed.
I'm not a coward, dearie. My power means more to me than you.
And the Queen seized the opportunity to bring Rumpelstiltskin down.
After she got home, her father locked her in a tower and sent in clerics to cleanse her soul. After a while, she threw herself off the tower. She died.
You're lying.
Am I?
Rumpelstiltskin had lost his two great loves, his son Bay and his dear Belle. But many years later, in Storybrooke, Maine.
Has anyone been to see her?
No, not today. Not ever.
He could never have imagined the secret Regina was keeping. Storybrooke is like an island where no one visits and no one leaves. That was until the night a man rode into town.
I thought you said strangers don't come to Storybrooke.
they don't.
Hi.
Hey.
Any place to get a room around here? Hop on.
To Emma, August Booth was a bit of a mystery.
I know a good watering hole.
How about if we go somewhere I drive?
How about you stop having to control everything and take a leap of faith? They say there's something special about this well. The water from the well has magical properties.
It was very important to August that Emma believed she could break the curse. Because if she didn't, he would soon die.
Take this! This is the only one!
I'm made of wood! I'll float! Save yourself!
Pinocchio!
After a stormy night in the Enchanted Kingdom, Geppetto feared the worst.
No.
But there was hope.
Save him.
I'm a real boy!
They lived a happy life until the day they learned of the Queen's powerful curse.
The tree contains enough magic to protect two from the Queen's curse.
Geppetto struck a secret deal with the Blue Fairy.
I will build your wardrobe on one condition. If Pinocchio can take the second spot in it.
But it came with great responsibility.
In 28 years, you must make sure the Savior believes.
And so it was Pinocchio who made the first journey. And he took care of baby Emma.
When I found you, you were wrapped in a blanket. And the name Emma was embroidered along the bottom of it.
You're asking me to believe that you are a fairy tale character.
Pinocchio.
How does that prove anything?
You don't see it, do you?
See what?
It's more powerful than I thought. It's preventing you from seeing truth.
Okay, one of us is losing it here, and it's not me.
You don't want to believe.
Why is it so important to you that I do?
Because I, the town, everyone needs you.
I didn't ask for that. I don't want it.
You're our only hope.
Then you're all screwed.
What are you doing here?
Regina felt Henry slipping further away.
I think it's time to transfer you to a new class with a new teacher.
Is it because you framed her?
Henry.
And she grew weary of Emma's presence.
My tree is dying. I think it's a sign of the curse weakening. I want to strike a new deal. One where I can get rid of Emma without shattering the curse.
Gold had no interest in another deal.
You no longer have anything I want, dearie. I plan a trip of your own. Because once people remember who you are, they are going to be looking for blood.
So she found help from a longtime acquaintance.
Jefferson. Now it's my turn to hide and you seek.
I'm afraid playtime's over.
Whose carriage is that?
The Queen's.
Jefferson lived in the Enchanted Kingdom. He loved his daughter Grace and would do anything for her.
Do this one last favor for me, and you can give her the life she deserves.
He had a very special hat, which gave him the ability to travel from one realm to another.
Step back.
One day, Jefferson and the Queen took a trip.
It's important that we stick together. The same amount of people that go through have to come back. No more, no less.
Who are you?
I hate Wonderland.
Jefferson wanted only to get back to his daughter. But the Queen had family matters of her own.
Daddy.
You knew only two can go through the hat.
Jefferson was left stranded in Wonderland and spent his days working madly to find a way back.
Work.
In Storybrooke, Regina called upon Jefferson once more.
My hat.
To retrieve something of great importance from her past.
Yes.
And when the forbidden fruit was finally found, Regina created a very special treat for a very special guest.
We need to talk.
This isn't easy. I'm leaving town.
What?
But I have conditions. I still get to see Henry. I get to visit.
You're still in his life.
Look, we both know the world where I'm not in his life no longer exists.
You're right.
Regina played along
Would you mind following me for a moment?
to ensure that Emma would eat the deadly dessert.
I do hope you like apples.
Emma broke the news to Henry that she was planning to leave.
No, no, no! Where did you get that?
Regina gave it to me.
You can't eat that. It's poison.
I'll prove it to you.
No! Henry!
He took matters into his own hands, determined to prove that the curse was real.
See? You want to have some ice cream with that? And then we can go back to talking about... Henry? Henry!
Henry, can you hear me? Come on, Henry, wake up, please!
Henry's condition was serious.
He took a bite of this and then he just collapsed.
The boy is showing no symptoms that would suggest neurotoxins. There is no explanation. It's like
magic.
Every story in this book actually happened.
Emma was finally awakened.
You did this! And I will turn over you gave me. He ate it! What? It was meant for you! You fix this. You wake him up. I can't!
To save Henry, Emma and Regina would need to work together.
We need help. Mr. Gold.
Actually, he goes by Rumpelstiltskin.
True love, Miss Swan. The only magic powerful enough to transcend realms and break any curse. Luckily for you, I happen to have bottled some.
Where is this magic?
Where you're going, you're gonna need this. Your father's sword.
I will find you, Snow.
After Snow White bit the poison apple, Prince Charming remained prisoner in the Queen's castle. And with the huntsman's help, Charming escaped. But he couldn't find the way to Snow.
Lost, Darwin? What are you doing here?
Rumpelstiltskin had a solution.
The closer you get to Snow White, the brighter it will glow. Interested?
Give it to me.
Behold, true love.
But first he required Charming to find a safe place to store the true love potion.
Where's that?
Inside the belly of a beast, of course.
And the beast was a dangerous creature named Maleficent. In Storybrooke, Emma followed Mr. Gold's instructions to recover the potion her father had hidden many years ago.
Impressive, dearie. Return my ring to me.
You will find her.
With the potion safe, Charming raced to find Snow.
You're too late.
True love's kiss brought Snow back.
You found me.
Did you ever doubt I would?
Bringing this story full circle, the two were soon married and lived happily until the Queen unleashed her curse. In Storybrooke, Jefferson felt betrayed by Regina. After helping her retrieve the poison apple, he got nothing in return. So he decided to get even.
There's a man. His name is Mr. Gold. Find him.
Are you Mr. Gold?
Yes, I am, but I'm afraid the shop's closed.
I was told to find you and tell you that
Regina woke me up.
You're alive.
I'm sorry. Do I know you?
You will.
The true love potion was safe with Emma.
Miss Swan, you've got it?
You hold on, bud. I'll be right up.
But as soon as she gave it to Gold, he was gone.
He tricked you! He manipulated all of this. Come on, he can't be that far. It's the hospital.
Emma and Regina raced to Henry, but they were too late.
We did everything we could.
I love you, Henry.
I love you too.
True love, the most powerful magic of all, raced through the streets of Storybrooke, Maine that day, touching everyone in its path.
The curse. I think you broke it.
No. If I were you, Your Majesty, I'd find a place to hide. Henry, no matter what you think, no matter what anyone tells you, I do love you.
So now we ask, do you believe in happy endings?
Snow!
Charming.
Is it possible
You found me.
Did you ever doubt I would?
that dreams really do come true? Or perhaps it's a bit more complicated than that.
Magic is coming.
So be warned that magic always comes
What is that?
with a price.
Something bad.